Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Vanguard and today we'll be going through everything you need to know about Vampyr. This is an upcoming action role-playing video game being published by Focus Home Interactive and to be developed by Dontnod Entertainment, who are also behind games such as Life is Strange and Remember Me. This game takes a really interesting theme and approach, especially after making Life is Strange, but this game definitely looks to be promising from what we've seen. Vampyr is set after the events of World War I in the early 20th century, Britain, following a story of a Dr. Jonathan Reed. He is a man who returns home after the war who served as a high-ranking surgeon. Unfortunately, he later becomes a vampire after he's bitten by a patient who is thought to have the Spanish flu. He has no recollection of how and what transformed him. Reed attempts to live a normal life but quickly learns he must kill for blood, which is exactly the opposite of what he stands for, a doctor. And the country is slowly falling from the lethal Spanish flu. Violence, diseases and fear constantly erupts in the streets of London. This is a dark story where Reed must uncover the mystery behind his turning. Vampyr is a role-playing video game that focuses both on the player's choice and morality. The Y in the name of the game represents the moral choices that the players will have to make when controlling Reed. As a doctor, Reed feels the need to heal people, however by being a vampire, he must consume blood. Players will be able to traverse the streets of an early 20th century London and interact with a multitude of characters with their own identities and importance. The structure of the gameplay is set around missions given to you by the citizens Reed interacts with. Players in the game will be constantly reminded for Reed's need for blood. You will have the choice to choose who to spare or kill. He can establish relationships with characters he meets for his strategy to consume blood, and seduce them, change their daily habits or make sure they end up alone in a dark street. Killing particular people will have consequences that will play into the environment that Reed inhabits. You are given the option to kill anyone in London to save or destroy it. After Reed consumes blood, he can also unlock new abilities of his new vampire powers to use in battles. Gameplay will vary from melee combat to range shooting mechanics and supernatural vampire powers. There will be both human, vampire hunters and supernatural beings of enemies to face. There will be 4 types of vampires that exist in the game, which are Econs, who are charming and the highest level of vampires, Skulls who are at the bottom of the hierarchy, existing in the sewers and are very aggressive, Volkod, the strongest in terms of raw strength and the crossbreed between vampires and werewolves, and finally we have Nemrods, who eliminate or hunt other vampires. Additionally, we know that there will be a crafting system from loots to upgrade or make tools, melee and ranged weapons. The narrative director of the game described the story of Vampyr as gothic. It will be a tale of vampires without the element of romance. The company Dontnod settled with the year 1918, their interest piqued by the circumstances created by the repercussions of the First World War, social unrest and the effects of the pandemic. The story of Vampyr centralizes on the tale of survival and morality. According to Dontnod, the art direction of the game was aiming for realism, but with an impressionist and sculpt look. Art director Gregory Sachs stated that the painting of Phil Hale influenced the art style, also for the purpose of atmosphere. The development of Vampyr began with a team of 60 people, most of which worked on Life is Strange on the Unreal Engine 4. In January 2015, Dontnod officially announced their collaboration with Focus Home Interactive and the title for the next game, Vampyr. Focus Home Entertainment released concept teaser showing the themes of the game and that they were still in early stages of development with a 2017 release year. In February 2016, they began presenting the pre-alpha build of the game. June 8, 2017, Focus Home Interactive released a 3-minute E3 trailer for the game and announced the November 2017 release date. Following its appearance at E3 2017, Vampyr received one of Game Raider's Best E3 awards and was nominated for the Game Beat's Unreal Underdog Award. However, after technical issues of the development, the game has been delayed from its original November 2017 release date to an early 2018 next year on Windows, PS4 and Xbox One. Those that pre-ordered will receive a bonus DLC called The Hunter's Heirlooms. Well, that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.